Welcome to the Threshers pregame show. I'm Kirsten Karbach.
And I'm Josh Sperber.
Josh, the Threshers back home here at Baycare Ballpark tonight, opening this series against the Tampa Tarpons. They look a little different than they did last time we saw them here at the stadium. 7 new players added to the roster today.
And it's almost a complete overhaul, almost like half the roster turned over if you go back to right after they left, because the first 3 draft picks from the Phillies 2026 class made their debut for the Threshers in Jupiter. Caden Bogenpole, Macon Winslow, and Will Gasparino, who had a huge 2-out grand slam as his first professional hit. So we've already seen some really good things from the Phillies draft class so far, adding in a couple of non-drafted free agents and some more draft picks like Braden Bakes, who will make his debut tonight. I'm really excited to see what these new guys have.
We saw some really great things from the Threshers offense as a whole on the road in that series against the Jupiter Hammerheads. The Threshers with 50 runs put up in the 5 games they played. They took 4 of those games against the Hammerheads.
In those 4 wins, 3 of them were with double-digit runs, including over 30 runs in just the first 2 games. I mean, we can go down the list of superlatives for that series and we still would not have enough. The Threshers were just so good offensively. Jonathan Hogart really led the way. He was named the Player of the Week for the Florida State League after belting 3 home runs against the Jupiter Hammerheads. And he was just really the anchor of that Threshers offense, but it just seemed like everybody was on fire last week.
They'll look to carry that into tonight's matchup. It should be a pretty good one, Josh. We've got the 2 top teams in the Florida State League West Division. The Threshers, of course, winners of the West in the first half. The Tampa Tarpons leading the way in the second half.
These are 2 teams that, as we've talked about, will look very different from the last time that they faced off against each other before the All-Star break. The Threshers will be happy not to see Jackson Lovich on that Tarpons team. He has absolutely shelled the Threshers with 6 home runs over the 3 series in which they have played each other. So these are definitely 2 new-look teams, but make no mistake, these are 2 teams that know exactly what's at stake. They know that this is a very likely playoff preview, as the Tarpons are about 6 games clear of any team not called the Threshers in the Florida State League West Division, but Clearwater's already in the postseason. They're just waiting to see who they play, and I'm sure that this is going to feel like a playoff atmosphere here tonight.
And on the mound tonight for the Clearwater Threshers, it'll be Cole Gilly, who was the usual Sunday starter, but Sunday's contest was washed out.
Been an extra day of rest for Gilly, who began his first 15, 16 games as a pro as a reliever. And as a reliever, he has taken exactly what he has done into the starting rotation, which is just eat innings and get outs. He might not be the guy to strike out everybody, but he can still pile up the strikeouts, averages about 1 punch out per inning, but is definitely a guy who can eat innings and get outs in any way possible. And I think that's going to be a really good way for the Threshers to set the tone against a team whom they have lost 3 straight.
Well, it should be a great matchup tonight. First pitch coming at you next here on the Threshers Broadcast Network.